is this, Tony? I can't take this. I cannot take this. I can't. I need to do something about this. Check this out. Check what happened previously on Green Aqua.
Is this really yours?
Today we're going to do something else. Today we're going to escape this Styline set from Oase, the Green Aqua way. Welcome to the beautiful world of aquascaping. And what is the Green Aqua way? It's the CO2 strong lighting perfect hardscape. I started gluing together wood, which I've never done before, but it works like magic. What I did is I glued these two pieces together with the Impa Ancora glue. So what I'm trying to do is to have a very complicated treescape in this 70-liter tank. And by the end of this video, you guys are going to see this one fully planted, the other one, you know how it was. And you're going to decide which one you like best. I already know the answer, so this is easy. And I'm planning to put this in the background behind this centerpiece, but the problem is that this branch is too long. Also, I need to cut the top because this is like a closed top tank. We're going to glue this and let's see where it takes us. And everything goes back into its place. You can see that I'm fitting the light every time that I place the wood back, because I really want to see the shadows and the highlights in the tank. We didn't wash the hardscape. I think we should have washed the hardscape, but we're going to fill up the tank with water and we're going to drain it at the same time, and we're going to wash everything through. It's like a sculpture. I quite like it. I would encourage everybody to buy a lot of small pieces and then tie them together or apply glue or whatever your style is, and you can build really cool structures with that. Check this out. Would you be able to do this just by using one wood? So all we have to do now is to find proper Redmoor wood branches and start to apply them onto the scape itself. I really need to add a lot of detail using these Redmoor wood pieces to this, because it's going to have the sophisticated, very detailed look and result. So I'm going to glue the Redmoor wood onto the ironwood now. I'm just going to find the proper angle for that. The Redmoor wood and the ironwood will be the same color. So with time, all of them are going to be dark brown in color. We use the black glue here because I think that the Redmoor wood and also the ironwood will get brownish in color, almost dark brown. Actually, the glue itself will disappear much better if I use a darker glue. Pick up small pieces, apply them together, use like bricks to build a house. This is a structure. You need to build it. You cannot buy it ready. For me, this was probably the most important element in what Josh Sim said in his tutorial video.
So, ladies and gentlemen, 4 pieces of Lego to create this theme. You will know by now it is impossible. To create the theme that we are trying to do just now, you need a full set of Lego.
Did you like the sound? All right, I think the bulk of the hardscape construction work is ready, if not all of it. I'm quite happy with how it turned out to be. I already can tell you that this is gonna be a maintenance nightmare. But anyways, we're gonna take all the wood pieces out. We've got 3 of them, and I'm gonna start to plant them outside the tank. First, I'm gonna just pinch these edges, tips down a little bit, because I said that I want to have a nice and natural look to the end of the wood. I'm going to start to add the moss first, because I need to tie the moss on the branches. And I'm going to use the 88 Harrow line. Okay, 2 are ready, 100 to go. This is probably 7 pieces of wood. All right, I don't think that we need more. I'm gonna introduce the Anubias now. I will go with the Bucephalandra Sintang, and I'm gonna use my ADA small tweezers and add these into the cracks. So the whole thing will be green. I'm not using red plants at all. So all you can do is actually introduce the mat there together with the moss. See, this is empty here. This was probably the total of what we used in the previous video for the whole tank. This I'll need to be very careful with, because this is going to be in the foreground. I'm going to leave the legs as they are, but I'm going to apply some moss between the legs, 60s style. So let's continue with the third and the last wood, and what I'm going to do is the same like I did before. I don't want uniform big patches of something on the wood. The more detail you have, the more variety you have, the better. I'm trying to use the moss in dark places, below branches and stuff. That will look more natural, because moss usually grows on the northern side of trees. So this is a smaller plant. It can go in small cracks. I'm going to start from the top, because that's more important to be filled with plants. I'm just trying to find any spots that I'm missing. Okay, this is ready. So let's introduce everything into the tank. We've been working for 4 hours and the tank is still empty. Oh, and I broke it just as I introduced it. And I also introduced it upside down. Power Sand Advance S. This is the base layer fertilizing substrate. It's absolutely needed. It's a good quality substrate. It already has all the nutrients that are needed for the plants. You can actually have it all the way to the front glass, no problem, because the soil will cover it anyway, and it's not visible because of the Oasis black tape. And I really like this set. It's quite cool. It covers the bottom. I think Oasis made a good job with this, except the open top, but that's my personal preference. General plant substrate, we're gonna have the ADA Amazonia. So I'm gonna put a screw on. This whole thing just became very hectic. Maybe I can drill it. I can feel that we are winning. And then finally we go with the Amazonia powder, which goes on top. I think I'm going to use some Frodo stones in the foreground. Okay, let's add the sand. Oops. Total of 4 lights will go into this. Remember that the tank that we used before only had 2 lights, but we're gonna have CO2 injection, pressurized CO2 in this tank, so it's much better to have a vibrant and cool lighting, and we can do that because we have CO2. And I've got some Physidens fontanus, which is a beautiful, beautiful moss. And I'm gonna use this everywhere in the tank. And then we're going with the Micranthemum sp, which is basically Monte Carlo. I am going to put Monte Carlo in the front. Saurogian repens at the back. So I'm going to start adding Monte Carlo in the background as well, along the path to the right side of the path. Three pots of Cyperus helferi to the background. I need more anubias to the bottom of the trees. Okay, I'm going to start to add the grass here in the sand. I will just let it go. I don't want the sand to be very sterile. Don't forget that we have substrate, clay-based substrate beneath. Beautiful Cryptoparva. It will go here. See how cool it is? It adds a lot of nice detail now. All right, we are done with the planting, we are done with the hardscape 2045. It took us 7 hours to build this tank versus 2 hours. I'm gonna fill it up with water now because tomorrow I wanna show that to Victor and Tommy. They wanna see what I did, and you guys are gonna hear their verdict. So here it is.
Oh, hi there. Oh, I supposed to do it with Victor, but I don't know where he is. But you're here, so please come with me. Huge improvement, I think. What do you think?
Very natural. So the low-tech tank, I think Balazs did his best, and I'm actually surprised at how well the plants grew in, considering there's no CO2. You look at it, right away you can tell what it is, right? Right away you know what he was trying to do. It's a forest. He had enough Lego pieces to build the forest.
Exactly.
Very good sense of nature. I see good shadows and lights, nice highlights. There's detail pieces, but there's also big, strong pieces. It feels very natural. I think that if Balazs wants to increase the level of this layout even more, one thing I would do is finish my trees.
Oh, okay. He actually has a YouTube channel where he does these detailed explanations of aquascapes. So if you want more on that,
please check it out.
check him out. And for this video, well, it's a huge improvement. So
yeah,
kudos,
absolutely.
Balazs.
Yeah, it's a forest.
This is your work. Forget about it.
Okay, so which one do you like better? The low-tech budget version or the high-tech green aqua version? This is why we did these two videos for you guys, to see the difference between highlighting CO2 injection, lush plants versus maybe 6 months for the low-tech version. feel free to copy anything that you like. You want to see the original idea that I had? Here it is. This is a tank made by our Polish friends. I really like that tank, but you can see now that there's a big difference between that tank and this tank. So copying a tank is not a problem at all. All right, so I hope that you guys liked this video. If you did, please do not forget to subscribe. Hit that like button if you like this work, and if you like this work better than the other one, don't hit the dislike button if you don't. Anyways, we'll see you next week. Goodbye.